Welcome to bexbugoutsurvivor, and today is a look and see just what is inside all the MTP webbing. Now then, we did have a look at the actual fitting of all the webbing pouches onto the belt and the yoke. That was a previous episode. It's the actual dive into the kit itself. Just need somewhere to hide out for a bit here, but I can tell you up front that this is a recreational camping webbing set, but I'm using surplus. So why surplus? It's going to last longer. I think here will do. Yeah, so I'm using this for a field kit. The kind of things I'd have in it are things for camping, wild camping or stealth camping. So everything in here, the kind of things I need to keep neat and tidy, and to be able to move at a second's notice just by grabbing the handle, picking the whole lot up, throwing it on my back and going. Of course, this is combined also with a sleep system. I'm using a 50-litre Cadet for that, and that goes on my back. It's not finished. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to run the water, whether it's going to be on the camelback, in the pouches, or on the actual belt of the Bergen itself, which is probably going to be the way I'm going to run it. So I've thrown a bit of money at this, I'll be honest with you. Some of the pouches I've had a while. The yoke and other pouches are new. Now the actual platform belt itself is surplus issue, but I've modified it. So a very simple system, but really effective. And it blends in a treat here, the MTP, in this kind of environment. 2 single ammo pouches, left side. They don't need to be, I'm not carrying ammo in them. A couple of water bottle pouches, Osprey. The Osprey trauma kit. This is Combat UK. It's the Nalgene. New to the kit is the actual back bladder, but that's going to be a separate lucky peak because we have lots of them to show you. And new to the kit are the grenade pouches, which sit on the actual shoulder straps themselves. Pistol ammo on top and a single rifle ammo underneath. But again, I've packed it quite different. Oh, treat myself to a sit down. The double deck ammo pouch, I think we'll start here. Obviously, you'd have a sidearm mag in here and the rifle mag in there, single double deck open. So in mine, no need for ammo for me, not for a camp. But what I have got is a water filtration system, and it's right on the front, right here as I wear it. It's not the final product I'm going to put in here. I've got another water filter system in mind, but this is an in-line filter as well as a dip straw filter. This is the Aquamera Pro, as used by some of the forces. This will fit onto my bladder. I've also got the drinks tube and the attachment for it here, and it'll all connect together like that, so I can dip water into the source, use the mouthpiece on a bite valve and get water from source. I've removed mine from the bladder just because that particular bladder we've got on now just won't house it just yet. I've kept things like the water filter close to hand, along with other aspects I need close to hand, which would be here for me. Moving on to the Nalgene. Very simple system. A Nalgene bottle. There's water in that. I also have water in the camelback. And I'm running it with a cook pot that sits in, and the cook pot I'm using has this thermal heat exchanger on the bottom for a rapid boil. It's the cup for the jet boil, and it fits the water in. Now I have got the jet boil burner for this, but not the fuel. So I've got a means to put a ration pack in there and make hot drinks. I have a means of sterilising the water also. What I could do is fill this full of filtered stream water, and then it only needs boiling. And I have actually taken this lid off once and boiled it all as it is in there, and then I can just pop it back in the pouch, and I know I have filtered, sterilised, clean water. And again, it's quite accessible there. Nothing on the belt is set in stone. I can swap things about as and when it takes my fancy. Moving on to this one here, which is the Osprey water bottle pouch. A stove, a cook stove. I'm using the BRS. I'm not too sure which one it is. Hot legs and a stand there. It's multi-fuel, so what this means is I can burn a range of different fuels in this, so the fuel is more accessible, right down from diesel, petrol, anything that is flammable. I'll probably be replacing that maybe with the Coleman's Featherlight or something like that, but that is just to give you an indication of the size of stove you can place in this. Now here, sat next door to it, is the trauma kit. We've had a look at this on another episode. It's more than I need. I've only got basic first aid skills, so using something like that is a bit overkill. I could get away with something smaller and house it in just one of the ammo pouches. So there's opportunity there to get a different pouch on. I've got a respirator pouch, probably not required for a weekend camping. I've also got other pouches that aren't really suitable for my needs. I'll find something. So next door to that now is yet another water bottle pouch Osprey, and it's a ration pack. I could get a 24-hour ration pack in there, no problem. And of course the BCB drinks cup there. Nothing here is set in stone. It could get changed from one pouch to the other at a second's notice if I procure a new stove, a different stove, or a different canteen set. Now the stove with a different canteen set takes up 2 pouches. I probably can get everything I need here into just 1 pouch. So again, it's just a matter of playing about with it. Nothing is set in stone, I keep saying it. Finally, 2 ammo pouches, which I keep left. There's no need to. I could just have one either side. I could have them round the back. They're just accessible there. I'm not carrying ammo. There and there. This pouch here, neat little trick this. Do you know what that is? That is a complete entire roll of duct tape. And what I've done is got a knife and removed the cardboard centre and closed it all together. Otherwise it'd be on a reel so big wouldn't fit in. So where's that gone? There you are. There you have it, a whole reel of tape. And I always pretty much carry tape with me. It's a good repair aid. I've fixed many a basher and kit and jerry-rigged things together. It's also a flame extender. It burns very well and a long time, provided you can get a match under it. It'll go a long time. And finally, a little biplane. Very basic wash kit, toothpaste, half a toothbrush just so it fits better, and I have liquid soap such as a washing up liquid in a tube, and that will do everything. It'll clean my clothes, it'll clean me, it'll wash everything. A little fire tin and It's really basic. It has some fire starters in, a lighter, and some magnesium bits bobs that I need. Another thing I put in here is just a little USB battery bank, because my camera always goes dead on me with the batteries if I'm doing an overnight and filming it. So something like that is just personal to me, and it is a PLCE as well, you know, personal load carry equipment, and the equipment I'm carrying is personal to me. So your requirements of what you're going to put in there are going to be so different to what I'm putting in mine. Okay, now we're coming to the front here. Slip it on a second. There's a lot of weight to what you've seen there, and the alternative plan would be to bury all that into a Bergen along with the sleep system and put the entire lot on your back. To hell with that. I'm splitting the weight. I'm splitting it onto my chest, around my hips, taking some of the weight and pressure off my shoulders, especially off my lower back here. So now I can run quite a heavy sleep shelter without worrying about the stove, the water, the cooker and things like that. So these are the ammo pouches. These have been mollied onto a bulldog yoke. And bulldog yoke has all the molly attachments on both sides there. And I'll show you what's in mine here. Every single pouch here is a QR, quick release, and most are on Velcro. Again, these are things I need quick, rapid access to. A toolkit, which I have mostly for the stove and the hydration bladder. I have some electrical cable ties. The amount of times I wished I had them and didn't. And probably next time I'm out, I won't use them, but at least I know they're there. A little Jubilee clip. I probably could go smaller with it, but it will tighten up. And at least I have a larger one for other things that I might require. It wasn't long ago I broke the drink straw at its connection point for the hydration bladder, and I wished I'd have had one of them. Now I have. Two tools. I could have gone down the road of a Leatherman, everything in one. I just happen to have these here, pretty small, and pulls out to make pliers. Again, really handy. And in the handle is an LED where I can just twist the LED. A couple of screwdrivers, little saw, things you'd expect to find. And a full screwdriver set. 3 flathead screwdrivers on that side. 3 crosshead and Phillips screwdrivers on that side there. And a little combi tool there. I don't need a combi tool for the rifle. This is a specialist combi tool just for that stove we saw, the BRS. Just found a little bag for it. It's zippered. I can put it on a small beaner like that. Everything's color coded in red because I don't want to be dropping tools and losing them just because it's a camouflage colour. It's ridiculous. Nobody's going to see what colour my toolkit is once it's in the grenade pouch here. On the other one, again, quick, rapid access to what I need. Torch. Again, I've got a beaner on mine so I can hang it anywhere I need to, in a bivvy, in a shelter, anything like that. And even that little mag pouch that I'm keeping a water filter in would be just the right size for a quality torch. And I've got that JML torch, amazing quality torch, and that is coming into this kit somehow, somewhere. maybe even in that little mag pouch. And that only leaves the actual H2O itself. I'm running mine on the back here, and it's actually has a molly weave on the back of the bladder cover, and also on the back of my bulldog yoke. You can see how wide it is, has the molly loop attachment to house a bladder cover. I've just got a commander's pouch, an admin pouch like that, and an admin pouch like that is a perfect size for a hexi stove. I would definitely run a hexi stove, lighters, and there's a place in the front here where you can actually stow extra hexamine. I've got some paracord which I've put onto the molly, drinks tube also. Oh, a bit thirsty. Still taste of steriliser. I'll have to address that. But that is it. I can run a good weekend hike out pack there, and that's your episode over really. But just to show you, I am going to brew up and either have something to eat, something to drink. Okay, if you do want to stay around for another 5 minutes, I'm just going to have a brew. Give us a minute to heat up the generator over the top there. A lot of mistakes people make is they try and light it too early. Just let that burn out, let that generator warm up. Just put it into a simmer. There's a car parked over there at the other end of the woodland. You can't see any sign of anyone. It is private ground. Now I've met the estate manager, and I think that's him in the car over there. He's a nice enough guy, but I shouldn't be here. It's private woodland. So I've turned the stove off, and I'm just settling the brew down, steeping away nicely. And the great thing about this kit now is I can start packing away everything I've used and not using. So if he does come over and tell me to go, it's no problem. Now what I'm going to do is just pour out this excess water from there. So if I do have to pour my brew into it, I can still have a hot drink later. Stove's still warm, but it's cool enough that I can at least drop it into its stow pouch. Now if I was to do all that with my noodles, my porridge oats, pastas, or a boil up, you know, your operational ration pack, you can see just how easy it is just to get food and a hot drink together in just a few minutes. Speaking of hot drinks, I think we've got the woods to ourselves again. So I'm going to stay here, finish my brew, and you join me soon, because we've got other MTP gear coming up, including a variety of water carries, and I was going to put the Virtus system together, but Virtus is pretty new. It's the company that took over from Osprey. Next time you join me, we'll be having a look at another bit of the MTP range, which is the 50 litre Cadet, and I have an amazing system in that, and it's for severe cold weather. So what's different about it? Well, it's not a tent, it's not a sleeping bag, and it's not a bivvy, and I'll show you exactly what that is if you join me again on bexbugoutsurvivor. Until next time, as usual, take good care of yourself, and I will see you out there.